Welcome to the Tax Tour Podcast, a platform where we get an opportunity to build, connect, right? It's really just built on collaboration, motivation, and education. But everything that's surrounding that is just super important. Today, I get to share with you our segment that we call, and this is so touching to me, especially with the guests that we have today. This podcast is dedicated to story to glory, right? Everyone has a story, everyone has something to share, and not all the time do we have the opportunity to get on this platform and actually share it. So today, I get to speak with the CEO of 1130 Financial Group, Alicia. Alicia, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. How about yourself?
Oh, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I'm happy to just be here with you today. I'm happy that you even got on this platform because I had to reschedule, and then schedule again to get you here. But nevertheless, we prevail like we always do.
Exactly.
You know. So, tell me how you feeling. Tell me what's going on right now.
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
For sure.
It's a long time coming.
Absolutely.
But we are here. So I am feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Oh, you're looking good.
Thank
you. Just
you.
the smile and then the presence. We have an interesting story.
For sure.
We have a very interesting story. So with that being said, being in the tax space, you've had multiple success for just yourself as well as some of the people that you've mentored. So my first question to you is, what sparked this? Like what got you into this space?
Originally, when I first started, just like anybody else, we started because we want to take control of our own life. You know, we don't want to work a 9-to-5 and things of that nature.
Right.
And so, as you know, which a lot of people don't know, is that when I first started, I started with credit.
Absolutely.
And so I was heavy doing credit, and I was having so much success with that. But with credit, it's a two-party thing. And so it's like the client and the company have to work together.
Absolutely.
And so with that, you know how it comes, everybody doesn't want to do their part, and I wanted to add an additional service. Of like, what else could, make me money?
Right.
And so with credit, it was taxes. That was something that I knew was recession proof,
right.
And I could add that to keep my business flowing throughout versus just, those credit clients. Taxes was something that I knew or that I felt. Because I didn't know, but it was something that I strongly felt that was going to actually take me to that next level of financial security within my business.
Absolutely. And when it comes to taxes, if you don't mind me going into a little bit of our history, I learned from you. I learned that it's a real thing called resting bitch face. Do you remember that story?
For sure.
Do you remember that story?
For sure, yes.
So, if I might add, this was like 2014, 2015?
Yeah,
2015. 2015, you actually came and was working with me and John.
Right.
At the tax office.
Rest in peace, John.
Rest in peace to John, my boy Harry.
Yes.
J. Harry forever. And our time together was short-lived.
Yes.
It was long enough because we got some things going in the tax season, and it was short-lived.
Right.
Little did I know, and this is why optimism is so important. Little did I know that you would be who you are right now.
I didn't either. So why does Kev? I didn't either because.
So
yes, I didn't.
Just to make a long story short, I literally fired you.
I actually quit. It was
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I felt like I fired you after that conversation that we had.
And I felt like
I looked up rest in bitch face, and I was like, what did she tell me? Like, what is it? What? This is a real thing?
Seriously.
And it is.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yes.
I never got a chance to tell you that you were right.
Because I always tell people, I might tell you a joke, but I would never tell you a lie. It's real.
So,
for sure.
You know, to fast forward through the story a little bit further, you know, we reconnected.
Right.
In a very respectable way. Because at the end of the day, we never lost respect for each other.
Right, exactly.
We never lost respect for each other, and the love was always there. It's just that the avenue that we was traveling was no more. And there was a campaign that you was running that we spoke about. I felt like you could have did more with it. You didn't really take from assistant to CEO.
Oh no, I'm still doing with it.
So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's coming.
From assistant to CEO.
From assistant to CEO.
I love that for you.
And that is what it is.
I'm your testimonial for that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why this episode is so important to me. And you know, that leads me into what I want to talk about next. Okay. Because I don't know your entire story. Okay. I've been present for a lot of things with you.
Right. But
I don't know it all. So what was a time that you experienced where you really was about to give all this shit up?
There's been several. There's been several instances. I would probably say when my dad passed, that was probably, I was kind of like in a, you know, a little gray area, I guess. Right. Because you got to understand, I started business, when I first took this serious was September 3rd, 2019. And so we're actually about to go into 6 years. So September 3rd, 2019 is when I first came and said, you know what, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready to do this. This is what I want to do. And I'm serious about it. And so from that to, you know, I started in my kitchen. I was doing all of this in my kitchen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was doing all of this in my kitchen.
I was inviting you to the office.
Yeah, this started. Meanwhile, I was doing credit out of my kitchen. And so when that first year of taxes, when I came to you, I did out of my kitchen. And so it was 2019. I was in my kitchen. That was September, November, my dad passed, 2019. And so at that point, it was kind of like you know, what am I going to do? Because you got to understand, I took a leap of faith. You did. This was just me. I didn't have any investors. I didn't have anybody who was like, hey, here, do this. It was just me. At that moment, just learning and going through the process and the steps of like, wait a minute, this is real. Like, I got to do all of this. And so there's been several instances of me wanting to give up, and it wasn't because of anything within the business, so to speak, or the trials that go along with business. It was more personal, me having to get out of my own way. And so the mindset. Right. So that's what it was, is me having to change my mindset and me having to say, okay, this is what I'm actually going to do. Like, even starting, I didn't have a plan B. It wasn't like, if this doesn't work, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And so just getting over the mindset and the emotional part of it of, this is real. This is what you're doing. You didn't make another plan. So you got to just go in. You can't allow any distractions. There's no plan B. There was plan A gotta work. Yeah, that was what it was. And here we are. And it's working. So, yeah, I mean, you've been doing this. You've been hitting it out the park year after year. I've been a part of a lot of that. For sure. You know, I'm in total support. So happy for you. I appreciate it. You know, no matter what the future looks like for us, just know that I'm always for us. Right? Exactly. In the tax industry, one thing I've learned is collaboration is the ultimate key. Yeah, it's always. Because there's enough money out here for all of us. Absolutely. You know? And I think with us in this space, a lot of people come into it, they feel it's so oversaturated. I mean, there's, you know, we see new tax preparers every month. Every month. We see new ones. And I think most people come into this with the misconception of saying, hey, you know, it's oversaturated. It's an oversaturated market. And I always tell people, my target audience is not your target audience. Right. And so being that we had that mindset of knowing that you have a different audience than I have, you know, and there was no competition. We was just collaboration. We all were, you know, the slogan. Regardless of all the naysayers. Yeah. Regardless of the people that said what they had to say, you know, one thing that I respect about you is that you've always
went off of your experience.
Exactly.
And you've even given me grace. You have even given me grace in my shortcomings. You know, I'll be the first one to say that when you're growing in a space that no one is able to guide you in, you're gonna make mistakes.
For sure.
That's why a mentor is so important, because it helps you eliminate some of the fuck ups that you might have.
And that's the real thing, because naturally, just coming into this, you gotta understand, most people don't come into this knowing. They don't have the knowledge. And so that's why I tell people, even now, with me doing mentorship, I wasn't able to offer anybody mentorship when I first started, because naturally, you know, I didn't know what I was doing.
Exactly.
I had to learn. Now I charge for it, of course, but
right.
I had to get to this point. And I tell people I charge for mentorship now because I had to pay fuck up by fuck up. It was trial and error. Everything that I am able to teach people or to give people, I had to pay for it. I've lost money. I've had, you know, investments that didn't work.
Absolutely.
Or I spent so much money doing other things or thinking, hey, I need to put money towards this or put money towards that. And it's like, it fell through. And what was I going to do?
Absolutely.
You know? So
it's
what people don't understand of. You definitely have to get into this space.
Right.
And get into it, number one, having tunnel vision, and you can't look at where everybody else is, because everybody's story is not the same.
Absolutely.
Like you said, I've been knowing you, you know, for years, and for me to know you as long as I know, yeah, you may not know my full story,
right.
You know, the full background. It is coming soon with the documentary Assistant to CEO. So that's definitely coming for sure.
Was that a drop?
Definitely was a drop.
Y'all heard it first on the Tax Tour podcast.
For sure.
Assistant to CEO.
Yes.
You know, we're going to make sure that domain and everything is
for
making
sure.
sure, you know, because nobody getting that.
We'll be reaching out to you.
Absolutely.
They'll be reaching out to you.
I got your back.
To do your interview for sure. You play a very big role in that.
Oh, man. And I'm graceful that we get a chance to even do this, because there are some people out there that I've had very similar experiences with that I couldn't do this with.
Right.
You know, number one, shortcomings. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I've made some mistakes, and you know, I've done my best to communicate through my mistakes.
Right.
And it's also up to someone to be able to give you the grace. And at some point, you got to draw the line and say, you know what? I'm not going to chase you and plead to you when I've already apologized.
Right, exactly.
Now you're expecting me to surrender to you when I explain that I made a mistake.
Exactly.
I'm willing to fix it. Give me the room to do that. The second that's not offered, I'm done.
And that takes maturity. Because I'm going to be honest, 2015, I would have never gave you grace.
What? That was a whole different Alicia.
I would have never given you
your name wasn't even the same then.
I would have never given you grace at that point. But again, that's the growth in it. And that's me because I was your assistant.
Absolutely.
When I became the CEO, I had to understand everything that I felt, whether it was a miscommunication or however we, you know, parted ways. When I got into that leadership role and as a CEO, I was able to understand that, yeah, this is not easy.
This ain't it.
Yeah, you don't know what somebody is going, like, you have to take all of this with you at the end of the day, and it's just you. So that's why I was able, outside of growth and the love that I have for you and respect, it was really the growth. It was really the growth, you know, for sure.
That.
Yes.
Don't do that. Man, so let's take it to our current day, right? Mm-hmm. We both are in very successful positions where we provide for our families. I'm seeing you with your children. You seeing me with mine. I'm seeing you just elevate not only in your aura, not only in your energy and just your mental state, because our conversations has elevated.
For sure.
Like what we talk about now is different than what we talked about then. What do you feel like was the best contributor to your current success? Like in the last 2 to 3 years, what was so pivotal in your success right now?
me changing my mindset. I'm gonna be totally honest. It was me changing my mindset and me having to understand that
connected to your success, how successful you can make your community is how successful you're going to become. So, to be on this platform, sharing your story to glory, which next I want to get into, like, what's your next big thing? Because you always got something going on. But in this moment, I want to give you your flowers and I want to say, sis, I appreciate you. I love you. I support you in any which way that I possibly can. If it's within my grasp, just know all you gotta do is ask.
No, I accept that. You. And I appreciate it.
I got you.
And I love you as well. I appreciate that.
I really need a tissue now. Somebody give me a tissue. Oh man. So let's bring it home. Cause I know you got a few things going on and I want, the viewers to know how to connect with you. Number one, how can we find you on social?
You all can find me on Instagram at 11, which is spelled out ELEVEN 30 FG. That is my IG at 1130 FG. That's on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, 1130 Financial Group as well. My website, www.1130fg.com.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh, you're awesome. You're awesome. So, when it comes to your next project or something that you're currently doing, I know you're in the mentorship, like if somebody wanted to find that product, how can they learn more about your product right now?
Right now, pretty much by visiting my website, they can learn what we're offering. What I am offering right now, of course, like you said, I do have several things. We're in the middle of a rebrand.
Right.
We're getting ready for tax season, of course, you know how that goes. So it's conferences and travel and things of that nature. But it's also the time to hire tax partners, to make new bosses, 6-figure, 7-figure bosses. And
Double it
so
up.
For sure. And I am known for making bosses. The game is, I give it to you.
No cap.
I give it to you.
No cap. I gave her the blueprint. She ran the play. I didn't even know she was running the play. I had to fuck around and find out. I was like, Alicia, what's it? She was like, yeah, so I'm hosting these classes.
Yes, for
and
sure. That's the Money Magnet Tax University. The Money Magnet Tax University. So we have the Money Magnet Tax University. Is a tax class that we offer. It is a virtual tax class, so you can do it anywhere from the comfort of your own home.
Right, because you got you got partners in California.
I have partners in California. I have partners in Texas. I have partners in North Carolina. I think South Carolina, Savannah. We have partners in all 50 states, and so anyone who wants to sign up, for sure, I'm going to teach you and show you exactly what it is that you need to learn. How to prepare taxes legally. Legally.
She said the L word.
Legally. And I have to stress that enough because, you see what we see in this market.
Some people didn't make it this long. You know that, right?
I know.
Some people didn't make it this long.
That's why I said 6 years.
Reasons. Yeah, for different reasons.
6 years, yes.
Either the game pushed them out because their model wasn't sustainable. Right. Or they pushed themselves out because they was trying to get rich quick.
Right. The ethics went out the window. And that's absolutely. The thing. Those ethics went out the window.
That circle of 230 is on your ass.
Yeah. So when those ethics and that due diligence goes out the window, you know what comes. And so
you're stealing from the wrong people.
Exactly. And that is why I teach people in the Money Magnet University how to have longevity in this. If you're serious, like with you, I came to you, I was serious. Right. We see I'm serious because look where I am sitting 6 years later. Right, pretty much. It was
been
full
longer
circle.
Than that. It felt like 2016.
No, with me, I'm saying for the actual business.
Oh, for the actual business.
For the actual business.
But you've been in the industry over 10 years.
Yeah, I've been in the industry over 10 years. But for the business aspect of it and to really be here is like, that is what I'm giving people. That is what I'm teaching people in the Money Magnet Tax University.
Oh, let's get it. So, with that being said, we don't have no more time for y'all at this time. But what we're going to do is continue this because we're going to be on this podcast another time, another day. Until next time, I'm Rashad Williams, And this is
Alicia Freeman, CEO and founder of 1130 Financial Group.
And this has been another story to glory. See you later. Peace.